So it's Saturday the 14th of September 2024, and I'm on my way to a customer's house to check his lawn from a rehab or a refurbishing that we did on it last week. I'm going to see if the soil looks moist, if he's keeping it watered, and then if we have any shoots coming up. And so that's where I'm headed now. And yesterday, I was on a big project for a refurbishing for a client. We went in and we dethatched the lawn, we core plug aerated, we overseeded with 2 different types of seed, and then I put a starter fertilizer with mesotrione in. Prior to doing this job for this guy, whom I actually really like, he's a new customer of mine, but he doesn't have an irrigation system. And prior to doing the job, I explained to him, hey, the best result for you to get the highest yield is going to be to water your lawn daily for 2 weeks. And in some cases, some sections of the lawn might benefit from, a very early evening second watering. And leading up to I just don't like to water my lawn, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't want to mess with it. I think he's kind of against the water, but he's got the money. I mean, so maybe it has nothing to do with it. Anyway, so I advise him all the way up. He asks me to do the work. I said, okay. So I do the work. So I send him my invoice, and as I always do, I give follow-up care for the next the next 6 weeks. And thank you for doing all this. I don't think I'm going to do anything for it. I guess I'll just get nothing because I just don't want to water the lawn. Now, I made a good profit on it, but I'll be honest with you. I wish I didn't even do the doggone job, because I'm going to drive by that property on occasion, and it's not going to have a return that's going to reflect the work that was put into it. Theoretically, some of that seed might still germinate, come next spring, depending on how he handles his leaves, etc. But it aggravates me. It's like the fat lady or the fat guy that goes to the personal trainer and writes a check and doesn't want to be fat anymore. But they won't come and exercise like they're supposed to, their appointments. They won't clean up their diet, and stop drinking soda but drink water. They won't eat good food. And then they're mad at the personal trainer because they're not changing. Or in this case, they're not even mad at the personal trainer. They keep cutting a check. I mean, there's a little bit of ego on my part, just to be honest with you, on these jobs. I take great pride in what I do. I'm not arrogant. I'm not narcissistic about it. But I know what to do, and I know how to get these lawns where these clients want to. But you can only do so much. So I'm going to follow up with him on his lawn, several times before the season is over. I mean, I'm going to be in the area anyway because I have several other lawns that I maintain in the immediate proximity of his property. But sometimes we get these customers that just, for whatever reason, and he's even got a tripod. He doesn't have an irrigation system. He's got a tripod irrigation head out there. All he's got to do is go out and move it a couple of times, maybe 3 or 4 times over the course of the day. You're retired. And you're young, I say young, but a young retired. You have the ability to do this. This is a short-term commitment for a long-term prosperous return, and you don't want to make the energy input. I don't know, it just aggravates the crap out of me, and it is what it is, I guess.